Following the double stops, we go back to the hammer-on the E up to the F sharp and then the G, triplet figure. And that's the end of that section. In the next section, I play an E minor 9 to an A major chord, and Brett plays a legato solo line over this. The bass part sounds like this. Harmonic. This is normally where I go to my solo, but instead of going to my solo, I'm going to show you what I play behind Brett while he's soloing. It starts off in C sharp minor, and I basically play octaves on C sharp minor down to a B, and C sharp minor to G sharp. The part sounds like this. Coming out of the C sharp minor, I go to a G major 7th. Actually, we fluctuate between a G major 7th and a G dominant 7th. And I play basically unisons on the D string and the G string. And I use the 7th as a variation, I use the 5th as a variation, and I use the octave as a variation. So you can hear what that sounds like. The next portion is in E minor 7th, and I'm using that same slapping figure, mostly triplets, although occasional doublets, and I'm playing an E minor down to a D, and then an E minor or an E pentatonic with variations on the slapping technique. I'll show you that section a little bit slower, so maybe you can pick it up off the DVD. It might make it a little easier for you. My solo itself is built off a C sharp minor scale, and actually what I'm playing is an altered minor scale. It's called the Dorian mode, and it's just like a C sharp natural minor, but there's a raised 6 in it. So it gives it a little bit of different tonality. It's used a lot in jazz, and very simple to play. The C sharp Dorian mode, in terms of scale, is the same scale as the B major 7th scale. So if you want to play the C sharp minor or the C sharp Dorian mode, all you have to do is utilize the B major 7th scale. I start my solo out with thumb slapping, switch to finger, so it ends up with a pentatonic scale. There actually is a C sharp minor pentatonic, or C sharp pentatonic scale. Following that, I go to the G major 7th scale, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm playing modally. It's the Ionian mode, which is just simply a G major 7th scale. I end that section up with a little bit of slapping, and basically I'm using chord tones from the G major chord, and all I'm doing is playing the 1 and the 5, the 1 and the 4, the 1 and the 3, and then the octaves. So it's very simple. The next section, I go back to the E minor 7th scale, and I'm using the double stops that we used at the intro. But now instead of playing on fingerstyle, I'm going to play them with the triplet figure slapping style. Slowly, that goes like this. The solo ends up with Brett and myself playing a unison line that goes E to G to D with a triplet figure, E to G to E at the octave with a triplet figure, and then E to G to F sharp with a triplet figure. Sounds like this. That basically demonstrates all the techniques I use within this tune, and they're all pretty simple, something you can mess around with at home, and you can take the double hand techniques and alter them a little bit. Same thing with all the arpeggios and the slaps as well. It's all a lot of fun and pretty simple, so try it out and have fun with it. Thanks.